Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 7th, 2021. Noach was a complex man. God says about Noach something that God does not say about any other person in the Torah. Noach ish tzaddik. Noach was a righteous man. Tamim haya b'dorosav. He was pure. He was complete, perfect in his generation. Now, that sounds like it can't get any better. And yet, some of our rabbis compare Noach unfavorably to Avraham. And Rashi comments about Noach that he was mamin, he was a believer, ve'eno mamin, and he was also a non-believer. So how can he be called a tzaddik, a righteous man, and be tamim, pure, perfect, complete, and then be compared unfavorably and be labeled as one who believes but also does not believe? What does it mean? How does it work? So I shared with you one approach from Rabbi Riskin earlier this week, and here is a very different approach from Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach. Noach was a mamin. He believed in God. He was certain of God's existence, God's power, God's presence in his life. He was absolutely certain in that. But he was an eino mamin. He did not believe that God believed in him. He figured, listen, God said to me, the world has become evil. I'm going to wipe out the world. I'm going to bring a flood. So Noach thought, well, God decided. God can't change his mind. And so there's no point in praying. The only thing to do is to get to work on building the ark. And that's what he did. Avraham understood what Noach did not understand. In 2 weeks, we will learn in the Torah that God appears to Avraham and says to Avraham, I'm going to destroy the people of Sodom. And Avraham thinks to himself, why is God telling me this? Why is God appearing to me and giving me this information? And Avraham realizes the reason God has told me this is because God wants me to intervene through prayer to try to avert what God has already decided. And we have the magnificent pleading of Avraham before God, the challenging and daring words that Avraham says, Hashofet kol haaretz lo yaseh mishpat, will the ruler, the judge of the entire world not act justly? Avraham says to God, Ulai yesh 50 tzadikim b'soch ha'ir. Maybe there are at least 50 righteous people, or eventually maybe there are at least 10 righteous people in the city for whom the whole city should be saved. Avraham understood that it was his role to try to intervene, to try to change God's mind through prayer, because that is the power that God has given us with prayer. That was the part Noach didn't understand. He didn't understand the potential power that his prayer might have had. God brings things into our life in order to elicit prayer from us, so that God can change his mind as a result of our prayers. That's how it works. That is what our prayer is potentially able to accomplish. And that's what Noach did not understand. And that is what we are called upon this week to understand in order to pray properly and earnestly. It's not enough to believe in God. It is also necessary to believe that God believes in us. My friends, I want to wish you a great day, and I look forward to seeing all of you soon in person.